And it looks like we're going to be starting soon. There we are. And we are off with the second women's exhibition heat, as Spirit B is getting a bit more crowd attention, and would like to encourage everyone watching to cheer on the runners, because there's nothing harder than doing Hill 1, especially when you don't have someone next to you kind of pushing you along. And Spirit's B team making their transition from Hill 1 to Hill 2, coming up on it right now. And not a bad time, still a little over 20. And they make their final push off from Hill 1 to Hill 2 as Spirit gets ready to push around the corner and into the free roll. So it looks like we have a free roll now for the second women's heat of the day. Not a bad push going into the free roll, and a pretty smooth ride. And now I think yesterday what happened, Spirit's B team women's buggy was kind of crowded off into the inside during during their regular heat, and kind of got a little bit of contact there. And because of that contact, was given a reroll. Now you can get a great view of buggy from all the way around the course. I like Spirit's buggies. They use outboard wheels on the back and have their weight pretty evenly distributed. And they're coming up to the stop sign area. Not a bad time. It was actually about a minute that they reached it, and that's right on par with the fastest times from yesterday, as the buggy gets to their first flagger. And right around the outside in front of Phipps Conservatory, the buggies are kicking up a little bit of dust. But and this buggy comes into the corner with a weird line, and it spins out. Yes, Spirit's buggy has spun out in the chute. No, the buggy didn't come to any sort of sudden stop. It just took a bad approach into the chute. Needed to take a bit wider of a line. It stayed too much to the inside before it, and then it had to turn hard to get to it. And the trucks are going back to it. I'm sure the driver's got to be a little bit disappointed. But luckily, during exhibition heats, when you have spinouts, it's you're less likely to have big crashes like we saw yesterday between Spirit's men's team and Pika. And it's the Spirit men's B team that crashed into Pika after Pika spun out going into the chute. So it looks like the driver...
Well, fortunately, there was no contact with the hay bales on the spin out here, so it looks like the driver will only be slightly disoriented from spinning around a couple times.
The buggy kind of came to a rest along the hay bales, but it spun out, pretty much slowed down, and then it's just kind of right by the side right now. I'm sure it's got to be a bit disappointing for the driver, and everyone's crowding around just to make sure she's doing okay, but it's got to be disorienting, because don't forget, you're only a couple inches off the ground when the buggy spins out.